Harry Redknapp is casting his eye over this weekend's big game between Liverpool and Spurs, looking at Tottenham's title chances and whether Jurgen Klopp would survive such a bad run without his high profile in football.
I think anybody else now would be under, they'd be coming under a bit of pressure at Liverpool, to go that amount of games without winning. You've had other managers have come and gone the last few years who have sort of, you think they're doing okay, they have a little bad run and suddenly they've sort of Brendan, and people like that. But obviously Klopp's well loved. The fans absolutely idolise him there. So it would take probably 2 years of disaster for him to get the elbow. But certainly at the moment they're not looking particularly good.
Too many changes, I think. Maybe a bit too many tactics by Klopp. Maybe not needed. Stick to one team, your proven team, your best goal scorers, and they'll win you the games.
I like him. I've got a lot of respect for him. He's a character, and I think he'll come through good in the end.
Saturday's loss to Hull once again highlighted Liverpool's problem in goal, with both Simon Mignolet and Loris Karius coming under huge scrutiny this season. So who does Klopp go for against Spurs? Number 1 Karius or Mignolet? Catch 22.
Well, as I say, I'm not sure who's the best out of the two of them. Really, they both look, both got a ricket in them, haven't they? Unfortunately, but obviously he had his opinions who he thought would be the number one. People make decisions. It's no different to Pep, getting rid of Joe Hart. I mean, 99% of the people in this country who follow football, no one can understand that decision. But it's, for whatever reason, it's something that he decided to do. But you make decisions, you stand and you fall by them decisions. They're decent goalkeepers, but they're not top keepers. And that's what they need to do. Joe Hart would be a perfect fit for them, I would imagine, if they could get him.
Michael, I'm not too sure of. I mean, Karius, but I think he's a better keeper.
Mignolet, definitely Mignolet.
Oh, I'd go for Mignolet. He's made some fantastic saves. He saved that penalty, didn't he? And he's made some brilliant saves.
Last week's victory saw Mauricio Pochettino complete 100 games in charge of Tottenham Hotspur, but can his side stay hot on the heels of leaders Chelsea?
You don't see him having arguments with other managers on the touchline. You don't see him arguing with fourth officials. You don't see him arguing about referees' decisions after a game. He's got a lovely way with him. I'm a big fan of his. I like him very much, as a guy and as a manager. No, he's done an excellent job. There's no doubt about that. But he has, as I say, it's a good club, fantastic training ground now. New stadium, the stadium being revamped, they look fantastic. So, Tottenham, it's a big club, and it's a club I think that are capable of winning a title in the next few years.
We're in the best position we've been in since I can remember being a kid, so I'm not being funny. Wherever we end up, it's going to be better than we were last year, and we keep on progressing year after year. We're consistent with that.
We just feel it's ours, it's there, we're confident.
You've got to keep going till the end and hope they slip up, really. You never know, but we're playing really well, so we never have a better chance.
Liverpool have won only one game in 2017, and that was in the FA Cup, leaving them 13 points behind leaders Chelsea and Jurgen Klopp with some big decisions to make ahead of this week's visit to Anfield of Tottenham Hotspur.
I thought they were a top 4 team this year. He looked nailed on to make top 4, but you always looked at their back 4 and you were never convinced it was the strongest. Obviously James Milner's done a great job at left back, but he's not somebody you associate with playing left back. You always weren't sure about the centre halves, and but I don't know, to fold up like they have has been incredible, really. People said they had 1 or 2 injuries, but they've been back playing now for a few weeks, so I can't really find any excuses for them. They've just been very, very poor. The cup result, Wolves going there, beating them in the cup. Southampton going there, knocking them out the semi-final of the cup. No, they've got it all to do. I think now to make the top 4 is going to be difficult for them.
I think Mane being away was a factor, definitely. I don't know. I think teams get on a run, get the momentum behind them, and we just lost it. I think maybe the Christmas break, I guess. Just lost the momentum, and we need to pick it back up straight away.
So it was going so well. The first part of the season we were steaming and thought we're going to win the league this year, and It's all gone pear-shaped. No idea why, to be honest.
Harry Kane has hit form just at the right time for Spurs with 9 goals in his last 8 games. But this weekend, Tottenham is still without some big hitters at the back.
The problem with Tottenham at the moment, they've had a couple of injuries to, they've lost, I don't know how Danny Rose is. I've not seen an update on his injury, but that would be a big loss to him. He didn't play last week against Middlesbrough. And Vertonghen is a big loss because when him and Alderweireld played together, they're a fantastic pairing, the 2 Belgian boys together. And Rose at left back, Walker right back. That is as good a back 4 as there is in the league, in my opinion. A top-class goalkeeper behind them. But to have 2 of them at that back 4 missing will be a big blow to them this week if they're not fit. Certainly Vertonghen's not fit, but whether Rose will be available, I'm not sure. If they're not, that will be a big loss. And whichever way Tottenham play, whether he plays 3 at the back and they play as wing backs, or he plays with a back 4. When he plays with a back 4, they bomb on. Although without Dyer playing in that holding role, they could go more because he's slotted in there. So now he's playing centre half Dyer because of the injury to Vertonghen. So last week Davis played at left back. I mean, he doesn't give you the same going forward as Rose, that's for sure. So Danny would be a big loss this week if he's not fit.
Yeah, Danny Rose is out as well, but he's quite a good player as well. But he's out for a while. But we've got other players that can step up to his mark anyway.
Harry Kane, it seems that he's hit form just at the right time. 9 goals in 8 games.
Yeah, he's really key. As long as we can keep him fit, I think we've got a chance of keeping up there.
Yeah, Harry, I mean, again, he could be top goal scorer again this year. His favourite with the book is to be leading goal scorer. I mean, every year now he's there, 20-odd goals a year. Him and Dele Alli, I think, are fantastic young talents. But it's a very talented squad all round. As I say, when they've got their first 11 out, I think it takes some beating. It's they're already this year they've beaten Chelsea 2-0 at home, beat Man City comfortably at White Hart Lane. So on their day they can certainly beat anybody. And going to Liverpool, it's a crunch game. I think it'll be a tight game. Liverpool have got to show something this week. They've got to bounce back from these poor performances. Getting beat on by Swansea, getting beat at Hull, getting Wolves beating them in the cup. They're poor results. Not what you expect from a Liverpool team. So I think Liverpool will see a different Liverpool this week. If he can't get them up this week, then I think then their season is going to drift into nothing. So I think they'll give Tottenham a tough game.
Money on the table then. Marquis is going to lend you £5 for the weekend. Where's it going?
It's going where the last time you came down, I think we did it. I think I picked
You got it spot on last time.
A draw.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I'm going to go with another draw because I'm not as a betting man. I mean, I do bet the draws some weeks. It's not. And if I have to have a bet, I think I'd probably want it. The bigger price will be the draw, and I think I'll go for a draw again this week. I can see it being a tight game. A draw doesn't suit Tottenham, don't suit Liverpool really. I don't Liverpool. But Liverpool, I saw them running up the other week when they drew with Chelsea, all running up to the crowd, doing the old whatever they call it, they used to do at Dortmund.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite see that somehow. I thought, well, a draw home to Chelsea, Liverpool. I don't think you'd have been celebrating under quite a few managers that I could name at Liverpool, not after drawing with Chelsea. But yeah, I could see a draw.
Liverpool, every time.
I'm going to go with Liverpool. 3-0, 3-1.
I go 3-1 Liverpool. Easy.
Who's getting the goals?
Don't know, hope Danny gets one. I do, definitely. Hope he's in there somewhere.
I'm going to go with Spurs, going to go 2-1 Spurs.
I say 2-1 to us, and Kane can do a double.
I've been coming here since 52.
Who's going to win this weekend? Spurs or who's going to win? Spurs or Liverpool?
I'm going up there to beat them myself. Yeah, I am indeed. Yeah, yeah, I think so.
I think Harry might get the goal. Maybe a 2-1 for Spurs, hopefully.
What are the chances of winning the title this year? I mean, they are behind.
Well, it's going to be tough, but it's not impossible. You know, it's obviously Chelsea massive odds on, but why there's still hope. You know, I think they're the one team that could chase them down is Tottenham. You know, you've only a couple of slip-ups, injury to Costa or Hazard, you just never know. You know, a couple of defeats probably will come somewhere for Chelsea, probably when you least expect them. I think they're at Burnley this week. You'd expect them to win, really. As good as Burnley are at home, you'd be surprised if they could beat Chelsea. So, but it will happen probably somewhere where you least expect it, so it's still not over yet.
You've heard Harry and the fans. Now have a flutter with knowledge. Check all the latest odds on betsafe.com, and remember, you've got to be in it to win it.